Do. Yep. On. Add on. That. What the fuck? Fine. Fine. It's fine. That. Got that. Yep. I'm wiggling.
Wiggling.
Alrighty. You got water? You got a snack? Good to go?
Water.
Water. Water. Water. What's up, 2F? Man, oh man, this has been a fucking journey. God, what an awesome game this is. I've had such a blast playing this playing Raincode. And I'm kind of glad that I held off on playing it for like a year, because not being able to stream the last chapter probably would have been really painful, because boy oh boy, some shit went down there.
I can't believe it. I can't believe they just went for it. They said, yep, we're gonna do this story, and everyone agreed.
Yeah.
Everyone worked on that.
Fuck it, let's
Put it
ball.
out there. Let's ball.
Very, very funny. Alright, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Alright, welcome back to Raincode. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. This is the end. This is the last of the Raincode.
Oh,
we now have a Rain executable.
we have what? That totally killed my my rate of thought. Whoops. I am missing one thing.
What are you missing?
I think you know what it is.
I do now know what it is.
Thank you.
There you go. Streaming Discord for you. Oh boy, oh boy.
I get to play protagonist for a little bit.
Yeah, you do. Oh boy.
Maybe the rest of the outro. I don't know.
God. You might, yeah.
More rain. Same as always. So recently, I despised this rain. I thought it was just dark and sad. But now, I see it differently. It's a gentle rain, protecting us. A strange illusion appears when I look up at it. Rain isn't falling on me, but rather, I'm ascending towards it. At least, that's how it feels. Well, I suppose that's enough sentimentality for today. Time to go shopping.
Epilogue, Raincode. Hell yeah. Well, they didn't burn the city down, which is nice.
True.
So it seems that everyone took it pretty well.
I bet we're gonna see some rioting on the way, but you know. Part and
yeah.
parcel.
Yeah.
First, a new raincoat. First, a new
We're not
raincoat.
Karubi. Look at us.
Look at, she got such a big bag.
That's a huge
Damn.
bag. I guess she is taking it shopping, so.
There.
Starting to feel like the
Normally
rain
I
isn't
would
so
do
bad.
with random characters.
Yeah.
Now it's for you. Yeah, it does protect us after all.
Never thought I'd feel this way.
Apparently that's not correct.
Keep in mind. Vintage car.
I like modern cars, but vintage ones like this are cool too. Which car best suits an informant?
Definitely the vintage one.
Or maybe it'd be cooler if I ditched the ride entirely and just appeared out of nowhere like a phantom.
Yeah, I don't know that you can do that. Kurumi. Get much to pull it off. Oh. Think about it.
Scold me none!
Alright. Go to Etheria Academy? I bet you're really classy.
There are plenty of regular students there as well.
Such a serious response. You really are classy.
I'm really not.
Well, who am I to say? I like that character design. That's a really good character design for just a rando on the street.
Yep.
Oh my god, there's so much good shit that's just blink and you miss it. People do like being scolded by the nun? Hell yeah. Seen the nun?
Ah, is she gonna exchange her strawberry one out for something else?
Oh. Hey Karubi, got your order right here. Ta-da! Matarasu Corporation's brand spanking new raincoat. It'll easily block out both rain and sunlight. Oh fuck!
What? Thank you.
Wow, Matarasu sure's changed. They're even making products for us now. Just a bit ago, they mainly exported stuff, so we never knew what they were making. Mr. Makoto taking the helm of both Matarasu and Kanai Ward really changed things.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice to have a local business invested in our town's interests. Of course, I hope they keep exporting goods so that more money comes to Kanai Ward.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Makoto can handle it.
You got that right. Glory to the future Kanai Ward. By the way, what's with the heavy bag? You going somewhere?
Yeah, something like that.
I see. Well, take care. Good rain to you.
Likewise.
Good rain to you. That's so
They
cute.
changed the friggin' phrase that they used. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's so cute. What's up, Hamburglar?
Next on the shopping list is... Right. Body cream.
It's okay. You gotta say it like that.
Sunscreen? Like, what?
Maybe, I guess.
Something else.
We're still just here.
I can imagine them having, like... I don't know. I don't remember how sunscreen is classified, but whatever, like, the super insane number is.
SPF. SPF 8 billion.
Yeah. Like, whatever. Oh, you gotta go. I do want some new shoes. Thinking ahead, it's probably best to save as much spending money as I can.
Okay. Rain today too. Happy to buy my little girl some picture books. New ones from outside Kanai Ward have been coming in.
Come on, Mama, let's go already. There's so many books I want. That's great. Which books are you getting? The Quiet Stuff Calipator. I. calicos?
111
calicos?
calicos instead of 101 Dalmatians.
There we go. Big ship that would.
Oh.
Okay. Those all sound great.
Why don't we go get them before they sell out?
Okay, good rain to you, lady. Good rain to you.
It's so cute that they changed the greeting. It's still a bit of a dump.
They still haven't cleared up the trash around here. I hope they get to it soon, but I'm sure Mr. Makoto has his hands full with so many urgent matters to deal with.
Okay, so Makoto has really just fucking stepped the fuck up. He's like opened up trade with the outside world. This big fucking ramen shop here. Oh, I do.
I wonder whose that is.
I wonder who it could be. That's so funny. Do they have a substitute for eating people, or are they still eating people? I wonder.
They are just regular people. So they, like, physiologically, they still have all the other needs and requirements. So they do eat regular food. They just also usually go about their day and grab a meat bun while they're on the way between other things and never thought about it twice.
Yeah, but like before it was such that other restaurants would fail because they weren't serving meat buns. Like,
Fair, but they did have cafes and like they did have other places.
Yeah, yeah. I guess ramen has just kicked off after we.
Maybe he's serving meat in the ramen.
I don't know. Yeah. We can easily get goods from the outside world. It would have been unimaginable before.
Hungry Caterpillar, I think, is it Hungry Hippo or is it something else?
No, Hungry Caterpillar. Hungry Caterpillar. It was, what was the other two titles?
The big ship that could, I think.
Yeah, which is the little. No, it's the big. They said the big ship that would. That's referring to the book. The little engine that could.
Right. Yeah. Men's restroom. Not even an informer like myself has any business going in there. Doubt anyone's heading into the wrong restroom just for the sake of gathering info.
No, you should. The Detective Raincoat was instead of being about rain. The dominant human spirit spirals robots. I have, much to everyone's annoyance, I have yet to see Gurren Lagann.
Just shoot him, hamburger. Just bang.
I haven't seen it yet. I know I should watch it. I know I should. I know it's very good. But man, oh man, there's so much shit to watch. Now I can make all the money I want.
You mean the 5,000 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! You're still getting through? Is that what's taking up all your time?
I'm halfway through Zexel now. I've passed episode 70. Make all the money I want. Let's go. Madarasu Corporation can't touch me. In fact, my new company will be even bigger. Okay.
There's not much time. I need to stick to my shopping list.
Wonder if this is reopened. I guess not, because they still have the tape that we cut like a month ago. This way. That guy again. Bank recovering. You.
No.
Rumor has it Kanaiward was saved by detectives. Can't actually be true, right?
Who knows?
Neko stranding. Neko standing. God, he's just like can't escape shit.
Just
Oh my
right
god!
there.
All of the games are looping back on each other. I can't.
He's Yokotaro is probably there, right? He's probably one of the scanned people.
Probably. Mr. Makoto's real face. Saw it for the first time during the emergency broadcast. He had a really gentle aura.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think I'll grow to like Mr. Makoto's Kanai Award. That's good. Very high approval rating so far. There's some people that are still just bumming about. So I wonder if they just, no, let slip everything. Like, does the outside world know that they're man-eating monsters at Kanai Ward? We're getting stuff back into the district still.
And why have they not bombed us?
Why have they not bombed us to oblivion? This is too much.
What happened?
Since restrictions on imports have been lifted, the bookstore is getting all sorts of magazines delivered. There's so many male idols I don't know. What should I do? Who should I choose? I have to buy more magazines. I have to work more so I can stand more idols.
Good luck.
Books.
There's a greater variety of books compared to before.
Man-eating monsters. Sorry. I'm sorry. Not man-eating monsters. People. They're people.
Madarase Corporation must have been keeping a tight grip over what was made available. But there's no need to be afraid of them anymore. People can deal in anything they like now.
Good.
If this was the start of the game, I would not believe that.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, sorry. We're not open yet. Alrighty. See you later. Sure, we will come back and talk to you after we do this next objective. This way. Lost? No, fuck. Not lost.
We're exploring.
You're exploring. We're experiencing
definitely-
the new Kanai Ward.
Start the timer. Start the timer.
Fuck you. That's a you thing. Listen,
I am
man,
not
this
in
is
control.
this is fucking the 30-minute epilogue. We're gonna have to stretch out.
You don't know that there's not an epilogue part 2 coming.
You know, I don't. Madarase Corporation isn't keeping us from leaving anymore. I can go anywhere I want. Feels kind of strange. Yeah, presumably they have since developed some stuff that allows you to temporarily exit the city. Future. I wonder if that's a reference. Gotta be, right?
That was there before, though.
Yeah. But it's so big that it has to be another reference.
It looks like a Banksy kind of drawing.
Kinda, yeah. Kind of be better use like much good. It'll happen eventually. Don't worry. Oh, they cleaned up under the piano. Hi. Welcome. Oh, are you by any chance a resident of Kanai Ward?
Yep. It's amazing you can tell at a glance.
Well, I do work at a hotel after all. Due to the isolation ending, many people from outside Kanai Ward have been visiting lately. Oh, okay. So they have just opened up the borders completely.
Hmm.
Someone in this profession has brought me great joy. Yeah, they finally have work to do. Welcome to the Sun and Moon Hotel. I'm terribly sorry, but we are booked full today. Can't believe I was finally able to say those words. I never thought this day would come.
That's wonderful.
Well, thanks to Mr. Makoto. I'm overcome with gratitude. Guests that were staying here checked out this morning.
Could it have been them?
Listen, if there was an option to safely visit a zombie-infested city, you know, not an outside the box vacation destination. They were a tad peculiar, but it was sad to see them go, all the same. Our friends are alive, maybe?
Of course they're alive.
I know, but it's good to have confirmation. We got a trip. Where you going? Let's talk to him here.
Going to Ligma.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the zombies are kind of chill. Yeah, you know. Certainly makes for an interesting destination.
You know, normal people, when they have a zombie virus, they only become zombies usually after they die.
Yeah.
And they're raised from the dead. So, what's the difference? It's just that these people basically are infected with that virus in advance, or created like that they always rise from the dead. Like in Amonkhet.
Yeah, yeah.
So, they're just normal people until they die, and then there's a problem.
Yeah. Hey, have you heard? Marunomon has recovered nicely since the flooding.
Really? That's great.
Apparently, that ex-peacekeeper Martina is keeping a handle on things over there. Oh, Martina's still doing well. Oh, she's absolutely gorgeous. Long live Miss Martina, am I right?
My impression of her from the theater club incident was that she ruled with an iron fist, but...
Huh? Did you speak badly of Miss Martina just now?
No, not at all. I didn't say anything.
Jesus Christ, Ruby, be careful.
Some people are a little obsessive of their idols.
Careful. What is it?
Very piercing
Pesky
gaze.
peacekeepers have finally chilled out. Why don't you leave me alone too? Alright, fuck you, guy.
Oh, we're going to the...
We're going to that one to the general store. God, I can't believe that she had no role in the story. We talked to her once and she doesn't even have a portrait. Huh? The hell are you? Don't talk to me. Oh, one walking around without a care in the world. Ugh. It's the Yaoi DLC for this game. We didn't mind to find all the Yaoi DLC. It's here somewhere. Often curse this rain. It was protecting us all along.
It's really surprising, huh?
Now we've been told our bodies aren't normal. This is our new normal, I guess. Have to stay true to ourselves and to our lives here. Yeah, most people are taking it well.
Excuse me. Do you have the body cream I ordered?
Ah, of course. Here you go. Specialized body cream that'll protect you from the harmful sunlight. Perfect for us homunculi. Perfect for us homunculi. Can't believe I'm getting used to saying that.
I never would have imagined. Oh well, that's life.
It's all so sudden. That day, Mr. Makoto started all of us in Kanaiwood with that emergency broadcast. Seeing his face behind the mask was surprising enough. Who could have guessed that we were all monstrous homunculi? Detective Raincoat, except it's doomed Yaoi. Isn't that just Ace Attorney?
Is it Okay.
普通の人間と
We're not monsters. We're just a little bit different from regular people. A little bit.
Right. That's what Mr. Makoto said. Still, it's hard to accept. I'm not talking just about myself here. Everyone feels the same way.
ゆっくりでいいと思います
For now, I think we should just take it slow.
ゆっくりと受け入れながら
If we can accept things slowly, we can live our lives with more hope.
Right. We're immortal after all. We got plenty of time. You know, that is kind of the upside, an upside of this whole scenario. You are immortal monsters, but you are immortal monsters. So
Yeah. Key word being not impervious. Because if you were impervious, then you would never get to the zombie state.
yes. But you are biologically immortal monsters. Just don't die, and you should be fine.
I mean, have they actually experiment like you would need a long-term study to say like, oh, what happens when someone reaches like what they would normally have died like of old age at? Does their body just shut off and they become a zombie anyway?
No, they said that once you hit a certain level, you just stop aging entirely.
Gotcha. But still, what if
Uh,
there's like some
yes,
weird biological clock that you just keel over one day?
Yeah,
And
this
then
is,
you rise to the
they do only have information from 3 years total. So, we'll have to see. Guys, we all made the decision together. After we voted on the referendum, we chose to follow Mr. Makoto. But yeah,
Ah.
like he said, we need to take it slow and live with hope.
はいそうですよ
Yeah, I think that's right.
次はと
Okie dokie. Next is.
そうそう地図を
All
買い
right.
に行かないと
I need to buy a map.
I still can't believe she doesn't even get a portrait. This is such a crazy like, this is such a crazy amount of detail in this random NPC that speaks twice. Like, this
Now
should be
that
a
we've,
major side
basically
character.
Finished it.
Like,
Is she modeled after somebody in particular? Like,
I don't think so.
I mean, to be honest, she looks a lot like my aunt before she lost a lot of weight, and she's very proud about losing a lot of weight. So,
Yeah.
you know,
You could really use a style meter, metal, main character with white hair, with a red leather and cool sword. A lot of games could benefit from that.
why do white people do graffiti? Nice sort of talent. You should dress somewhere appropriate.
Drawing somewhere appropriate's expensive.
Stupor. That requires a lot of permissions. I'm a little bit thirsty. Maybe I'll get something to drink. But everything's sold out. Well, I guess I'll just have to wait.
Oh, rip.
Those are all just fake pictures in the machine.
Yep. Oh, the meat bun shop is all boarded up.
Ah.
町の人たちは肉まんを食べるのをやめた
Since then, people in town have stopped eating meat buns.
Oh.
材料が何かを知った後で
No one
あれを
wants
食
them
べ
anymore.
続けられる人は
Now that we know what they're made of.
You missed the whole point of the graffiti. Detective my ass. She's an informant, not a detective.
当然の反応だと思う
I think that's a natural response.
私たち
She's
は
also a high schooler.
体こそ作り物かもしれないけど
Our parties may be artificial, but our hearts are still human.
Interesting. So,
Karumi, you didn't explain how you could function without them. You
Yeah.
don't need them? You just want them? Maybe they only need them when they're in the zombie state.
maybe? Look in and if if the dude is still
See if
loaded
the
in there.
model is still there.
Yeah.
So
No. Okay.
very
They boarded
funny.
everything up.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. It was just a dude standing behind the stall, not a whole thing.
Yeah. Well, one of them is like a car, but it's not that one. Well, it's like a van or a truck. There's some kind of sign here. Let's see. Special discounts for customers from outside Kanai Ward. I shouldn't waste any time.
Yeah. Wondering my mini puns. You were suddenly told that one of your staple foods was made of beef. You still keep eating it?
Ethically sourced people?
Ah,
Because I think that was Makoto's whole thing, right?
assuming.
You were right.
Yeah, so yeah, see? I know how things work.
Excuse me, did you open your fucking shop yet?
すみません
Excuse me, old man.
Oh, sorry. How can I help? It was good, yeah.
今度取り寄せをお願いしてたんです
Also, this old man is crazy too. What is that jacket? What is with the shades?
They really went all out on just random characters
Yeah, they really did.
for no reason. That they could.
Yeah, this dude you speak to a whole once in the story as well.
Twice, I think.
Maybe.
Do you have what I ordered?
Ah, the map, right? You want the world map?
はいそうです
Yeah, that's right.
Is Kurumi going on a globe-trotting adventure? Now that Kanai Ward is no longer isolated, I can order books from around the world. So giddy about it, I can't help but read every one.
わかります区外と
I understand. It's been a while since we were able to interact with anyone outside the city.
There have been a lot of problems, but Mr. Makoto's handling the negotiations. So I'm sure it'll be fine.
なりますよもちろん
It will be, of course.
Makoto's so amazing. Even if it was decided by the referendum, quickly ended our isolation and promised to negotiate with the unified government as well. Though he did say it was his way of atoning. He was ready to turn himself in. Stopped him from doing so with that referendum. Honestly, he doesn't have to force himself to work so hard. It'd be awful if he ever collapsed from it all. Oh, maybe homunculi don't get tired. I'm not so sure myself.
どっちだろうと無理は禁物です
Whatever the case, he better not overwork himself.
誠さんはカナイクの
He is Kanai Ward's leader.
リーダー
Leader of us homunculi.
You got that right. The coexistence between humanity and homunculi has just begun. Anyway, about that world map. What made you want to get it?
そこから
It's a
先は
secret, sorry.
じゃあ
It involves a high school girl's crush.
She's chasing after Yuma. That's cute. A crush, huh?
えっと次で最後だっけ
So the next step should be the last
大
one.
事なインスタント麺詰め合
I
わ
must
せ
have my precious multi-pack of instant ramen.
Oh, sorry, lady.
Man, that guy though, the old guy, he got the worst of it. Cause now he's just old and needs a cane forever.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that the people who were cloned old are just old now. Like, it sucks for Marglaw. He's just forever an old man.
Speaking of,
Speaking of, yep.
who is that? Oh, okay, this is a dude crouching down. I was gonna say I don't know any character
Yeah.
that short.
What the fuck? Oh, Buddha statue.
I really noticed this before. What exactly is it a statue of?
Pretty sure it's Buddha.
It does feel like it might bring some good luck. Is it? With the sword?
A Buddha statue? Yeah, there's all kinds of Buddha.
I guess.
There's the Buddha, then there are lots of other Buddhas.
True. All the meat bun shops vanished from town, but ramen shops popped up in their place.
Oh, it's the real Yuma. Oh, Kurumi.
Hi, you look busy.
Sure am, but busy is great for business. I need to go inspect the grand opening of our 3 brand new locations.
In a strange twist of fate, he appeared in Kanaiward using his passion for cooking to develop ramen. Ultimately, turn that ramen into something with all the nutrients the homunculus would need.
Ah, so there's people in the ramen. I see.
Wait a second, Yuma.
I mean, it's better than it being in meat bun form. Because at the very least,
People
it's
or the nutrients.
the both.
Because maybe like if he's like a culinary expert, you know, whatever, or like has a nutritionist background, he like, oh, actually the reason that they need people is because
like this
human meat
specific
has
protein
this,
or
yeah, this specific collection of proteins that we can synthesize.
Yeah, and it's just easier to get it from directly people. Would you be an organ donor if
Well, that's
part of the
probably all
checkbox
Makoto knew.
involved harvesting your meat to send to a bunch of zombies?
I mean, basically the same as like donating it to science, right?
Yeah,
It's just donating it to other people.
Yeah.
Or donating it, or being an organ donor is donating it for other people. So in that case, it'd also be donating it for other people.
Yeah.
Of course, it's super yummy, says everyone.
Hey, it'd be such an enigma. Well, I originally made a contract with him. I ended up following him here out of guilt. This city was a shock to my system at first, but I was able to open up the ramen shop of my dreams. I think coming here was the right call. Seriously though, fate can be so strange.
Yes, I think so too. Oh, that's right. May I please have a multi-pack of instant ramen? For now, I need about a month's supply.
Huh? A month? Sure thing, but why do you need so much?
It's a secret.
Imagine donating organs and seeing some random kid eat a meat bun with a suspiciously your liver looking inside. There's a lot to unpack there. Imagine donating organs and then seeing a random kid eating a meat bun with your liver inside.
Is liver one of the ones you can regrow, or is that kidney?
No, liver is the one that you can regrow. You can regrow it like, I think it's 3 times, but the last time is really shitty. It does just get progressively worse.
Fair.
Thank you. You wanna get a bite? You wanna get a bite to eat while you're here?
No, I'm okay for today.
All right then. Well, good rain to you.
Yeah, good rain to you too. Wink. That's it for the shopping. I simply completed all my preparations. I should head to the Nocturnal Detective Agency. I better hurry or I won't make it in time. Everybody left this morning, so she's trying to maybe catch the train out with them?
Maybe, yeah. I don't think we can explore.
Me respawning my liver. The meat bun store owner needs a spare. That's not
Is that
That's
how
a
that
very
works?
weird phrase to put with that. All right, into you.
Yep, yep.
It's just Tokyo Ghoul.
There's. To the Nocturnal Detective Agency. Riverbank. Oh, the sub's still here.
Oh, maybe they're not taking the train out. Maybe they're just take the sub out.
Just take the sub out of Canal.
What else they gotta do with it? It's a dump site with a lot of trash. Just smells a little. They said they'd increase garbage collection and clean up the city, but I guess they haven't started yet.
I mean, it's a lot.
Containers belonging to Amaterasu Corporation are stacked up. Now that the isolation is over, containers like these will be exported from Kanai Ward.
Yeah, yeah.
I think they already were being exported, though.
All right, well, into the ship. Let's see who's here. Is there anyone here? Any detect? Oh, look at him!
Yeah!
Well then, let's get going.
Can't believe we're saying goodbye to this place. After all said and done, I'm gonna miss it.
We
We've shared many memories here, but departure is just the start of a new adventure. Be sure not to forget anything before we set sail.
Hey, Princess, your suitcase. You've already forgotten something.
Oh, so true. Hey everyone, you're all still here. Glad I made it in time.
Ruby, you came to see us off? Where are the others? Are any of my fans with you?
No, it's just me.
Oh, maybe they were too shy to come along?
Where's Vivia?
Wait, where's Vivia?
Oh my god!
Vivia, what are you doing? Hey, Krumi. I figured if I stayed inside a suitcase, someone would carry me. Long trips are exhausting.
He's got crazy tattoos.
All journeys can be life-threatening. There's no peace or quiet. You never change, Vivia. Yeah, he didn't have his jacket on. That's weird.
Who's he wearing? He's wearing the exact same outfit as usual. He just doesn't have his jacket. Like
Yeah,
that's what he's been wearing this whole time. Just fucking bandages.
Wow, you all really are leaving, huh?
After that incident, we stayed at the agency to monitor what would happen. Our work here is done. The city will be fine.
Yeah, it's time we step up the stage. Bunch of detectives sticking around isn't a good look.
That's not true. Detectives are heroes to me. My word is free. If you ever need us, we shall fly to your aid.
Oh. Spoken to Makoto as well. If Kanaiwood ever needs detectives, he can call us anytime. Lara Nightmare will be at his service. Obviously, I don't work for cheap.
So, where will you go now?
For now, we're heading back to WDO headquarters. We don't know what'll happen after that.
That fucking smoking wreck last time we saw.
We don't know how long it's been, really.
I'm gonna say like a month.
Sure we'll be dispatched to some other job. What detective organization can be such slave drivers?
あの世界探偵機構
I thought WD headquarters was bombed in that terrorist attack. You're just Fubuki, West.
Yeah.
Ah, come on. How many times do I have to explain it to you? The explosion footage we saw was all a sham.
Was it?
でっち上げって
A sham?
の映像ということ
So it never really happened. Why would anyone do such a thing? For what purpose?
もちろん誠の仕業
It was all done by Makoto.
だが彼が
It wasn't the only thing he fabricated. He made it look like we died too.
彼は
Oh, okay. Interesting. So
Anyway.
all of that was just a ploy to fuck with Yuma to make sure to get him to stay inside the mystery labyrinth.
Get him to stay.
Yeah.
Oh, like to make him think that he lost?
Yeah. Yeah.
In a sense, yeah.
僕らが着ていた服と同じ
Paired clothes identical to our outfits, and also found skeletons similar to our body types.
はい。私もてっきり
Yeah, I
みんなが
thought
死んだと思って
everyone
ま
was
した
dead.
It's really fucked up.
It was just really weird that all your bones were perfectly picked clean. But I thought it was just because of the rating of this game. But when then we talked that it was an M rating. Anyway,
Maybe Yuma has his old personality. Who knows? Maybe. Hopefully he's managed to keep his current personality.
I can't believe you got duped like that, Karumi. Nothing can kill us.
Poison gas can kill you, certainly. We've seen it happen.
だって
Well,
みんなの手書きの手紙まであったし筆跡も間違
there were letters written by everyone, and I was told it looked like your handwriting.
あれも誠
I
の
hear that
協
was thanks to
力協力
Makoto's coalescence. Fortes are indeed
あんなことがで
formidable.
きるとは
世界探偵機構ナンバーワンのホムンクルス
I would expect nothing less of number one's homunculus.
ホムンクルス
Homunculus.
I can't believe Fubuki is going to leave this having learned nothing. Completely fucking clueless as to everything that happened thus far.
Why don't you get it? How many times do I have to explain everything?
ごめんなさいあの白い
My apologies.
どうも頭
My mind has been in a haze ever since we inhaled that white smoke.
You even know how long ago that was?
みんなはあの白い煙で
After you were knocked out, you all woke up on the top floor of Kanai Tower, right?
誠が住んでいる
Yeah, it was Makoto's room.
そこに閉じ
We
込めら
were
れてしまう
trapped in there.
He just locked them in his penthouse.
そうやって私たちを隔離して
We were locked up. The final battle took place.
To be fair, the final battle took place after time had stopped. Like, it was technically over in less than a second.
Do you think the coalescence, because I thought maybe we could bring two people into the labyrinth at some point, like two hands,
get
and
two
then maybe they'd like,
hands.
we could do like a circle of people that are all touching at the same time, and they'd all come into the.
Man, I thought that's what would happen for the last chapter here. We get all of our friends to do one big investigation, use all of their powers all at once. Drag everyone into the mystery labyrinth so we could do some like group ass kicking and detective solving. No, it didn't happen. We just get one chapter with each of our friends, and that's it.
Didn't even get Krumi in the mystery labyrinth.
No, we didn't.
Karumi, you were there, right?
はい途中までで
Yes,
す
but only for half of it, really.
すべてはその最後の決戦のため
I think this was all for the final showdown.
その場に主役
There's nothing but a ploy by Makoto to lure Yuma here. Took the lead role.
まったく He's so unbelievable.
この町はずっと
Why? And have you been catching the like fight that's been going on in the chat between fucking Twitch and YouTube over videos? Everglare,
It's really funny.
That's just so funny. You guys are hilarious.
It's so funny.
Then again, almost everything in this city is too. Yet what I still struggle to comprehend is that Yuma was #1 of the WDO.
Yeah, he talked mad shit to them. Like mad shit to you while he was here. Right, even I didn't realize it.
Who would have thought my man is the top detective of the WDO?
Man, oh man. Yasuhiko has 100% seen his boss's dick.
元でしょ。彼はもう世界探偵機構を抜けたんだし。
Former top detective. He already left the organization.
Oh, you've quit? What is he doing now?
And Kurumi wants to find out.
Yeah.
It is such a waste for him to simply discard his position as #1.
Letter of resignation was submitted before he lost his memories. He had hoped that by quitting, he could bring change to the organization. This new era, a detective must follow their own creed to solve each case.
そのためにまず自分がそう動く。
Took the first steps to make that reality happen. I think it's commendable.
私もやめようかな。
Maybe I should quit too.
そろそろ
Work as a detective is getting
来たし。
more and more exhausting.
I don't think that's the lesson you're supposed to be taking away.
You're so quick to call it quits.
But where did Yuma, I mean, the former #1, go?
I think it's fine to call him Yuma. Feels better that way.
Hell yeah. Vanished without a word. No idea where he could.
Kurumi, I'm sure you're worried too.
I'm not sure if worried is exactly the right word.
Oh, so cute. There's something I want to say to everyone. Gonna find him, right?
It doesn't take a detective to notice a giant backpack that you're carrying.
I like Fubuki looks so confused.
Kurumi, are you really going to find Yuma? Do you know where he went?
Still want to go?
I haven't said goodbye yet. Actually, I refuse to say goodbye. I had a lot of fun spending time with Yuma. I've always admired detectives, and investigating this one was like a dream come true. That's why I want to be with him. Even if he's different now, Yuma will always be Yuma.
Come on, if you're gonna confess you love him, just tell him already.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, so cute.
Besides, I've always wanted to take a trip. That's why I got permission from Mr. Makoto to travel. He'll be fine. I'm sure I can find him. Never underestimate my abilities as an informant. Right. I believe you can do it, Kurumi.
元世界探偵機構No.1の
Master Detective and former #1 of the WDO, and a homunculus informant.
いい
I
コンビ
think
に
you
なる
and two would make a great team.
Well, come on. Get going already. Since he quit, the WDO is in a state of chaos. #1's position is still vacant. An election to decide the next number 1 will be held among the detectives soon. We need to hurry home.
Maybe I'll nominate myself. Hey, why are you sighing?
If you find Yuma, give him my regards. Also, tell him I'm still waiting for him to pay up. Oh, we still owe Kurumi. We still owe fucking Halara a fuck ton of money.
Right.
That's her coin.
Hi, Halara. I'll see you again soon.
Rumi, if you ever decided to Yuma for me, give me a call anytime. When you do, I hope you'll introduce me to your friends and your friends' friends.
Jesus Christ, Yasuhiko.
See ya. Bye, Kurumi. Let's meet again in our dreams.
Thanks for everything, Desuhiko. It is so hard to say farewell, but all adventures involve such partings. Well then, I must continue my own adventure. Please take care of yourself, Kurumi. And of course, I must thank the chief as well.
Besides him, yeah, it's a very fun.
All my heart. Farewell, everyone. Miki, I hope I see you somewhere out there in the world.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, damn. No one's gonna carry me. Great. Logging is way too much effort.
He's got no other luggage. It was just him.
I was rather comfortable in there. I know this may sound like a bad joke, given what you are, but... I want to die someday.
He's got no luggage.
Please take care, Vivia. Yeah,
There he goes.
Does he say we traveled light or something like that?
I guess so, yeah. I guess he could just take care of himself.
Yuma, I won't give up. Okay, I better get going too. Chief Yakuo, thank you so much. I met so many people and learned an important truth. It's all thanks to this detective agency. I'm really, truly grateful. Man. Feels.
Oh. There goes.
Back on the train.
Dear Kurumi, I'm sorry for suddenly disappearing on you. I thought I should take a little trip. From here on out, I intend to travel the world. There are still cities everywhere in need of detectives. I want to eradicate all unsolved mysteries from this world and bring happiness to everyone. So, I have to go. This is my dream. And also, an important promise I made to someone. In the meantime, I want you to hold on to this book for me. Someday, once I'm finished, I'll come back for it.
Someday, he says. I may be immortal, but I'm not that patient.
That's so funny. Lev Shinigami. With the person that she shit talks the most.
Who better to hold on to for an artifact than immortal?
Yeah,
That's
I guess
why
so.
There's the cloud.
There's the cloud. Yep.
Left it behind. Out in the sun.
Wow. Oh wow. Hey. And there it is. That was Raincode.
That was Raincoat. Wow.
Hell yeah. This game ruled. This was the best. Any cool English voice actors that we didn't get to see?
Tons, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Probably recognize them if we hear them. Oh, I saw Song Wan. Yeah. God. Yeah. This game was great. Do I like it more than the Danganronpa games? There are definitely bits and pieces I like. That I think it has learned from and evolved the Danganronpa formula. I think they've definitely improved on the ability to lay out a mystery in such a way that you're able to solve most of it. But there's a couple key questions that lead to other questions that you need to ask first. And I think by virtue of this game having a smaller core cast, it's able to develop certain... It's able to devote a chapter to a particular character in such a way that it doesn't lead to them... It doesn't sort of lead up to them dying in the next chapter or this chapter.
I do think that's a good pace of the formula.
Yeah.
To develop each of those characters in such a way.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely threw us off with all of our friends dying at the very beginning. I mean, they were basically strangers, but still.
They were basically strangers, but it like, I still can't believe that they killed so many characters that look like they could carry the game. Like, that was a pretty strong cast at the very beginning. And they just said, fuck it, they're all dead. Within the first, 2 hours. Oh.
And I'm almost surprised that wasn't the formula of the rest of the game.
Yeah. No, that was
because
just...
I could see an entire series or an entire game where each chapter there is the different powers and the different things you have to use to solve the mystery.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like how this was way more explicit with no, these are just powers. Like in Danganronpa, it's kind of like, oh, he's the world's luckiest student. It's like, well, what does that mean?
Yeah, or there's also they
anything?
have semi superpowers, but they're still kind of bound within the rules of reality. Like Celestia has super luck; she's the ultimate gambler. But it's there's still things that can fail in that. Definitely fear for the lives of other characters. Yeah. Yeah, Danganronpa did like to do that a lot, where they give a character a whole chapter in the next one and they're just fucking dead. Yeah. Quite the emotional roller coaster Danganronpa made. But, I think even without actually killing off any of our barring one exception, without killing off most of our friends in the later game, like they still did manage to put a ton of tension into where these characters sort of went. Like the confrontation with Vivia is like, oh fuck, we might actually be in trouble. Like, oh, are we gonna have to make a choice? Like, does Vivia not make it out of this? That was a serious concern.
Yeah, they really left some of those elements. I guess to the last moment to be like, we didn't just immediately say like, oh no, he's fine, he's just being a little bit of a douchebag or whatever. We didn't immediately hand wave it off.
Oh fuck, where are we? Where are we?
What the hell?
What is going on?
Who stole a car? Karumi?
Anyone seen my daughter? Please, I need information.
Oh, okay. Nobody's in the car that we care about.
What the fuck? Why is there mass looting? Did it, boss?
We did it,
That was
boss.
easy. It's you, Ma! Have you seen this girl?
There's a murder investigation over there.
Seriously, again? Where the fuck did Yuma end up? What? Alright.
All right.
FED police. Where could FED be?
Is he in America? Like, is this California or something?
Those are definitely American cruisers.
Those are 100% American cruisers. Those are like California palm trees. What?
What the fuck are we? What the fuck?
It goes to America where everything is shit. Like, is that the fucking joke? It's okay. Like, he goes to this Grand Theft Auto city where fucking police chasing on the street and people breaking in windows and stealing stuff. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck was that? That's so funny. God.
Oh my
Can't
god.
wait for him to get a terrible haircut and a kid. Yeah. Oh my god. Hey, we've got sub stories. I don't know what these are.
I don't know. Can we jump in them since we have, time?
Yeah. Do we have anything else we want to sit and say
Gumshoe
about?
Gabs, not really.
Do you have any thoughts about Raincoat as a whole? You want to get into before we check out this other shit?
I got nothing. Most of what I would say, I think I've already said. I'd just be repeating myself.
Yeah.
What do I think of the game series overall? I think I liked the fact that this remained kind of that Danganronpa style. It doesn't have a heavy mechanic. The next game looks like it has a very particular tactics kind of mechanic gameplay.
Yeah.
And I think that makes the series less accessible. This having a much simpler, like, jump left, jump right, jump left, jump right, quick time events, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's very simplistic in the gameplay. But it's because that those are gameplay that's emergent from the story, not a story that's emergent from the gameplay.
Right, yeah. What is the
Whereas,
next one called? The 100-line Last Defense Academy.
Last Defense Academy, yeah.
Yeah, it looks it's so strange that it's just this one is just a tactics game now. Ultimate adventure game. 50 students tactics defending school from grotesque monsters for 100 days. Can they make it to the end? Will they survive that long enough to uncover the truth? game looks so wild. God, I'm so tempted to look up how this game actually plays, but I don't know that I think I might want to save it. Because it does look like it's pretty nuts.
Spoiler-free review or something?
Maybe? I'll look it up later. But yeah, do you have a favorite chapter?
Definitely the high school girls. I think
Academy?
that was
Yeah.
the most emotional one, because I think that they were so justified, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And Vivia defending Yakuo just did not have that same feeling for me. I was kind of just like whatever, man. You know, like I didn't have that say with the girl. I was like, no, I get it. You did what you felt was right in a sense. It's kind of fucked up, but
Yeah,
you know, if she did kill the other girl, then it's just eye for an eye, which is not a good form of justice, but it's, you know, it's not the same. It's not the same as like a cold-blooded murder, basically.
Right, yeah. Yeah, 2 was definitely really, really strong. I did quite like Chapter 0. There's a lot that happened, and I think the mystery was super strong, and it was super bold to just kill everyone immediately.
I agree with that. It set up the rest of the game really, really
Such
strongly.
a good setup to the rest of the game, yeah.
It did really put me in that detective solving mode, especially the whole discovery of like the first car thing.
Mm-hmm.
That really put me in like, oh, the game's going that way, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, and put it in my brain into overdrive. What could this possibly mean? You know,
Yeah,
and then every case after that, I was just thinking like remember when we went on that tangent about like, what is a homunculus? What is the Matarasu Corporation? Could they have a literal god in their tower? Like that's all spawned because
Yep.
of that episode 0.
Yeah, yeah. It just did such a good job of putting you into the world and into like the mindset of, all right, well, anything is possible. Literally anything could happen, so you have to think about it all really, really hard. 2F says first and last chapter is definitely the favorites. Yeah, you know, that's very fair. The last chapter went so hard out of goddamn nowhere. Like, that
Don't
was...
spoil the whole series, Hamburger. Let them figure it out.
I genuinely haven't seen Gurren Lagann. I don't know I don't understand this reference.
Like, anyway, I do think that maybe the jump between 4 and 5, or like 4 and 5.
Yeah, it wasn't the most
Going
graceful.
It wasn't very graceful. It was a bit weird. And then I guess I did really like the, hey, guess what? You're just in a zombie survival game now or whatever. Like,
It's like, oh,
that
yes,
really
we're
threw the
here.
whole game on its head.
Yeah.
Even just nothing actually changed gameplay wise, but it was just an entire mood flip.
Yeah. Yep. Such a crazy shift. Get to it eventually. Don't worry. Yeah. I did quite like the first chapter with chapter 1 with Halara. I think that was a very good like. Oh, okay, you've seen how crazy it gets with chapter 0. Like, oh, all of your friends are dead, and there was a 6th car. Like, that's pretty nuts. Or no, the train was only for 4 cars. But and then kicking into like, oh yeah, here is a job that you're taking. It seems pretty mundane, and then it just keeps like, oh no, this is actually 4 locked room mysteries that you have to solve all at once. It's like, oh fuck.
Yeah. That was crazy. Going to 4 crime scenes and having to do like 4 crime scene investigations. Actually, that's the funniest thing about the game became less detective-y as it went on. Because there was no crime scene investigation in the final one. We were just getting keys as we were exploring the zombie town.
Yeah, just solving the very last mystery.
Yakuo, there was,
but involved you
but it
becoming
wasn't
a
in
ghost.
the it wasn't in the same way.
Yeah,
I felt like it felt very different.
very less.
because of that.
Yeah, it wasn't quite like as procedural as it was like, oh yeah, we are like in the middle, we are like in the thick of it, and we have to do this right now. Whereas like with chapter 1 and chapter 3, it's very much like, oh, okay, yeah, we take this and like dissect. We have time to take this and digest it and do this very clinically. Same with chapter 2. It was like, okay, yeah, we're doing a proper investigation and interrogations. Before it was like, oh, it's crazy. And then 5 was its own nut house. Did you have a least favorite chapter or moment or character?
That's a good
Or like
question.
thing that the game does? I'm disappointed that we have so many crazy characters and character designs that are just like one-offs and we just never see again. Like, I would have really liked to see Guillaume again, because Guillaume is such a wild character that they use in chapter 3. She just doesn't like that. She just is in the one chapter and then is gone forever.
Yes, I would say I kind of agree with that. Like, why the bad guys didn't have their little cohort of villains, you know, like trying to block you at all the different turns and reappearing.
Yeah. See you later,
And
Hamburger.
instead you get just the one guy. You
Yeah.
know, like it felt weird that like we have no clue what happened to Katzenell. We have no clue what happened to
Yeah, we no clue what happened to Swink. We have no clue what happened to Seth Burrows. Martina did come back, and I'm quite happy that she did. She didn't get fucking squashed into a cube. But like, I would have liked to see that for all of the bad guys in some form.
not even necessarily for them to be redeemed. I don't think they need to be redeemed.
No.
Some of them
I want
were
Guillaume to
unredeemable.
spiral into even more fucking insanity.
But yeah, I think it would have been kind of cool if you know how the other sub-story characters, where you're running around and they're talking to you and stuff.
Yeah, you hang
You know,
out with
maybe
the nun
the
for good
villains
job for the
could have
nun.
had those kind of little scenes as well, right? Where you like, you catch Martina at the coffee shop and you like freak out and she's like, "What? I'm just having coffee." Like, and that's where you kind of establish like, oh, okay, she's not actually malicious and will, you know, bring us up as soon as she sees us. You know, and then same with Swank. Like maybe you see him off in the distance, like you know, testing out his new golden helicopter or something. Like I don't know, just like having them still in the world as like,
Yeah.
these are Yomi's underlings, because they didn't feel like Yomi's underlings.
They
Except
definitely
maybe
did.
Martina.
Yeah. Martina did, but everyone else, they felt like, oh yeah, this is just a bad guy in the world. Like, like he's a peacekeeper, yeah, but like it's not like a subservient piece of Yomi. Pawn and Yomi's thing. It's like, oh yeah, fucking
what
Guillaume and
Makoto's-
Dominic of the anti-terrorism squad. Like, those are just two fucking wild cards that are out there causing trouble.
But Yomi and Makoto tries to treat Yomi like he is the source of all those problems. It's like,
Yeah.
well, Yomi put those people in power. Yomi trained them or whatever. Either respond to him, so that's why they're like that, or that's why he picked those people to be in those positions. And so Makoto wants us to pick off Yomi, but did he care about those other people? Did he want us to pick them off as well, so that he could get rid of like kind of all the corruption of the peacekeepers? Like how much had Makoto kind of thought about it, or did he only think about chapter 4 and he set us up for that and that was it, and the rest he was not involved in at all, basically?
Yeah. It is. That bit is unsatisfying, I'll say. Like, I would have liked to. I kind of wish this game was like 2 more chapters long, so that we could have like, oh yeah, here is like the big villain chapter, or like here is the big all friends chapter, and then we have the crazy huge homunculus revelation thing.
Or they could have done it differently, where like, it's not. I guess it's not a bad thing, because the way they did it was fine. But let's say they had all the different mini games of Shinigami, right? If each of those had a corresponding either main cast character and main villain character, right? Like, so every time you go into the barrel thing, it's like Halara is flicking the coin, and that's how it breaks the barrel notes. And then the person that's trying to stop you is always like Seth or something. I don't know, like just some way those characters would keep reappearing. And you would use them across multiple things. So it was like you're fighting against the peacekeepers, as opposed to like, oh well, in this one chapter, this one guy really doesn't like me. I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, just little bits that just include them more. Yeah,
But I mean, I feel like that's only because you backed me into a corner and you asked me what I didn't like. So
yeah, I wish this game was like 2 chapters longer, so that we could have all of those. We'd have
How many
more of
hours
the
you got now
peacekeepers. This
in the game?
it took us 70 hours, almost on the dot, a little bit shy.
He wants 2 fucking more chapters.
It's
Why
too-
can't the players be happy?
I know. How long did the other Danganronpa games take? Danganronpa. I think the one I played the least is 2, and that was just under 50 hours. Nope. First one was 37.2. Danganronpa 2 was 47.6. V3 was 71.5,
Yeah.
but that is a ton of post-game content I did for V3 specifically. Yeah, so yeah, 70, that we did get as much content out of V3 as we did we got more content out of Raincoat than we did a couple of the other ones combined. Yeah. Good game. Really liked it.
What the hell comes next?
What the hell comes next? Let's saying I'd do a sub story or two. See what these are. What do you feel like? We've got Iko, Fubuki, Halara, Divya, Yakuo.
I mean, we gotta do Halara's, but we could do Halara and Yakuo. I'll give you more voice time this episode.
God, I can't. I did the count last time. I am. By the end of the game, there's only like 3 characters that survived out of like 15 that I voiced. Around like 10. Or like 3 to 10. So many of my voices dying.
Okay, why don't you read the sub story things, and I'll just be right back.
All
You
right,
can
yeah.
decide which one you want to do.
So we got the 5 sub stories available for all of our 5 friends. We got chapter Desahiko, chapter Fubuki, chapter Hawara, chapter Vivia, and chapter Yakuo. Charisma killed a cat. The Phantom Thief Nine-Tailed Cat appears. In the free-spirited superstar, the detective of Charisma himself, Desahiko, catches the enigmatic, unidentified Phantom Thief. Stay tuned for Charisma Killed the Cat. Fubuki's luckiest day. If I could do it all over again. Each person has had that thought at some point. Exams, bets, relationships, work troubles. If only I could erase my failures. If only I could have been more successful. However, once a moment has passed, it cannot be redone. Unless you're her, Fubuki Clockford, the master detective capable of rewinding time. Strange and lucky day begins now. Lara, raining cats and dogs. Nocturnal Detective Agency received a request to investigate an unusual drowning. Was it suicide or murder? Master Detective Halara be able to solve this odd and onerous case. The near-death detective. Vivia visits a building to investigate an unsolved case. However, the elevator leading to the roof stops, leaving him stuck inside with a woman. Trapped within the motionless box, Vivia closes in on the truth as he faces life and death. What? Vivia's in a lock. Vivia's gets a bottle episode, stuck in an elevator with a lady. That's really funny. How long are Raincode sub stories?
Okay.
Vivia's is fucking nuts. What's up?
What?
Vivia visits a building to investigate an unsolved case. However, the elevator leading to the roof stops, leaving him stuck inside with a woman. Trapped within the motionless box, Vivia closes in on the truth as he faces life and death. What?
Okay, that sounds...
Thank you, my detective. A voice calls out to Yako as he walks into the darkness. Sweet but somber, it reminds him of that day. Well, fuck it. Let's do Hilarious.
Okay.
New game.
Wait a second.
Only autosaves in sub stories. Laura, you know where the milk I put in the fridge went? I was saving it for my coffee. Beats me. That's my seat, you know. How much? Huh? How much do you want for it? Pay your asking price. Well? You gotta be kidding. Fine, just keep sitting there. I will. Something's coming. I wasn't expecting guests today. Is this just like a full gameplay segment? How long are the sub stories? Hello.
I would say about 3 more streams.
Right this way. It's a bit cramped in here. People can just walk in. I thought we were hiding from the peacekeepers on the sub.
They know where we live.
I know they do, but like, I thought we'd be a little bit harder to find. Just randos walking in with jobs.
Maybe would have explained if you started with the Zico story. Are you the chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency? My name is Tetra. Pleased to meet you.
Just talk to Alara. I'm the chief. That's just one of our detectives.
Oh, excuse me. Your detective was sitting in the biggest desk here, so I assumed that.
My seat gets stolen the moment I leave it open. Let's sit down.
I was told you investigate murders.
Murder case? It's possible for us to handle it, but what we can or can't do depends on whether or not the peacekeepers have already gone through it.
I see. My father passed away in a rather bizarre manner. The peacekeepers declared it an accidental death. But I just can't believe it was an accident.
The peacekeepers usually try to declare any unnatural deaths as accidents. Why do you suspect it wasn't one?
My father kept tropical fish as a hobby. One moment, he was found dead, drowned, with his head stuck in the fish tank.
That's a pretty unnatural death.
Do you really think that could be an accident?
He drowned with his head stuck in a fish tank? Can you describe the situation?
The fish tank is set rather low so you can view it from above. My father was in a kneeling position with his head dunked into the water.
That sure is bizarre. What do the peacekeepers have to say?
They say he was electrocuted and passed out when he touched the temperature control switch with wet hands. And he fell into the water and drowned, fortunately.
Are you sure the cause of death was drowning?
Yes, that appears to be the case without a doubt. A trustworthy doctor did the autopsy.
I see. From what you said, you really can't deny that it could have been an accident.
No, the problem is the room where my father passed away. It was obvious that someone else had rummaged around.
Oh. What do you mean?
Well, the room has lots of tropical fish tanks lined up. But on the day my father died, all of them were shattered to pieces.
Why? Those poor fish!
Rival salesman? I don't know. Of course, there was water and dead fish all over the floor. Someone must have forced their way into the room to do something so terrible. I believe my father was murdered by whoever did that. It must be a murder. Please uncover the truth of my father's death.
What do you think, Clara? Beats me. I wasn't paying attention. Don't lie. There's no way you couldn't hear us. And assume I don't exist unless pay is involved.
I can pay. My father left me an inheritance.
Oh, don't mind my detective. Our rates are always reasonable here.
And you'll investigate this case on my behalf?
Huh? Yes, of course. As detectives sworn to protect this town, we can't leave any mysteries unsolved.
Thank you. I'm so happy I worked up the courage to come here.
The Nocturnal Detective Agency is here to protect the peace of Kanai Ward. You can always count on us. As for investigating this case, we'll check out the crime scene soon. Promise. Assume that some details were swapped in the in the fade to black there. Jeez. Was rather reckless of you to promise. Well, I have a choice. Can't just abandon people in need. Yakuo Furio, chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency. Gotta protect this town. Do you even have a single lead to solve this case? Of course. I'm a detective after all. If I proceed with the investigation, I'm sure I can find some kind of clue. But I'll need your help, Lara. It depends on the payment. Ugh. You know I don't have a lot of money. You know that I don't work for cheap. How about a deal instead? What deal? If you solve this case, I'll let you keep a cat here. Sits up. That's really funny. Really? Yes, really. Hey, where are you going? Crime scene. Hold on, the client just left. Right, they love cats, forgot. Oh, right, they keep a picture of a cat in their breast pocket. Why don't you wait until tomorrow? Fine. To review the case records until then. Laura's fee is cheaper than I thought. That's so funny. Raining cats and dogs.
Cats and dog.
Meaning cats and dog. Didn't really say that. Fuck.
Yeah, that's gotta be something.
Gotta be.
Thank you for coming. You really are willing to investigate the case.
Oh, that's our duty at the Nocturnal Detective Agency. House is pretty big. Father must have been well off.
Yes,
My father owned a medical devices company. He contributed to Kanai Ward's medical advancements for years. I simply can't believe he met his end like this.
We'll find justice for him.
Thank you. I am in your debt. This is my fiance, Jern. We've been living together for about a year now. Nice to meet you.
I'd like to ask you more about the details later. But can we take a look at the scene for now? Oh, before that, you have a photo of your father.
Of course. Here's a picture from when he was still alive.
The whole thing. About an hour each sounds about right, yeah. Lara, over here. I'll leave the investigation to you. It's a bit too cramped for us all to be walking about. I'll keep speaking to them outside. Talk to me when you're done. Understood. Now, time to review the cards I've been dealt. Hell yeah.
I knew it! You do get to just fully use your power.
Hey.
Probably.
Please, you can. So you've acquired. Hell yeah.
Sick.
Oh, let's look around. Broken fish tank.
So the only other character we've been introduced to is the fiance. You think it's him?
Gotta be him, right?
Why? Why?
I don't know, because
What the
it's the only
hell?
character we've been introduced to. All the fish tanks have been shattered. Broken glass scattered on the inside, which means it's certain someone smashed it inward. Why'd someone do this?
They really don't like sushi.
So why kill a bunch of pet fish? What?
They're insane. This is a non sequitur. I'm glad you caught it though.
Yeah, it's just. Hey, what does that mean? The equipment and food for tropical fish are placed together. Seems like nothing has been used since the incident. Some dust. Different sound, I think. There's a chime. Lara finds these.
There's definitely a different theme than anything else we've heard in the game playing right now.
Regular sliding window with a crescent lock. No suspicious marks on it. Small veranda outside. On the second floor, so any rain falls off the eaves flows into the drain. Ordinary vent. Blue paint on the side, the inner side of the frame. There's something rubbed against it. May have been something to do with the case. What?
What?
This paint here that looks like a horizontal line. On close inspection, appears to be a faint outline of the same stain along all four walls. This
The
place was
whole-
flooded?
Room flooded?
Yeah,
And-
it
and the-
looks very much like the
Yeah.
whole room flooded.
And the I mean, it couldn't have been from the tanks, and the door would have to have been closed because the drain is outside. That's okay. Now I'm invested. What the hell
We're
happened?
back in here. We're back in it. There's some stains on the floor. It's likely due to the water spill from the fish tank. But other than that, nothing else seems suspicious.
Is that what the stains are from?
What Hilara says the stains are from. Door. Marks on the door. Sticky substance stuck to the door frame. Perhaps tape residue? I've investigated the things of note, but... What?
So he didn't drown from getting his head shoved in the fish tank. He drowned because the whole room flooded with him in it.
Yeah?
And then somebody went around, smashed the tanks to make it look like it was the fish tanks that caused the water.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I smashed the fish tanks to make it look like all the water damage was from the fish tanks being... Yeah. So, paint on the vent.
They
Someone,
used
like-
the vent to flood the room.
Yeah, someone like stuck a hose in there or something. What
Take
the
the-
fuck
the
happened?
What the fuck? Like, I see what happened, but what? Why?
About all I can investigate for now. Go talk with our clients before I observe the crime scene at the time the body was discovered. Crime scene has been inspected, Chief. Oh, thanks. There are a few things
Is
that
this? Sorry, before you continue.
Yeah.
Is this the second story of the manor? One of the closed doors. Like, is this a reused location? Because that red carpet outside looks very familiar.
It does. It might be that they use that like this is some kind of manor, so they just read the manor like hallway for this.
That's really funny, if case.
But this is
I
this is like a second floor exterior that they have.
Yeah, yeah.
So they might have just like cut the hallway out when they were building the scene.
Interesting.
はい何でも聞いてください
Yes, please ask me anything.
Can you give me the details of when you discovered the body?
It was, I think, around 6 in the morning. My father usually woke up early for breakfast, but when I went to get him, he wasn't in his room. So I looked around and I noticed Sugar barking at this room.
Sugar.
That's the name of our dog. Cats and dog. That's
Oh
why
my
it's a singular dog.
That's why it's a singular dog.
And they have the full dog model actually walking around, not just
Yeah.
next to the store.
Oh, Hilary immediately pets the dog. Yes.
Hey! Sugar sure is happy. She's rarely friendly with anyone.
No hesitation, dog. Pet.
Barks at me all the time.
There. Shall we continue?
Oh, sorry. Sugar was barking in front of the room, so I opened the door to take a look. There I saw my father, his head in the fish tank. He was already gone. I heard her scream and ran over, but what I saw took my breath away. Fish tanks were all destroyed. The floor was covered with water. All the tropical fish father loved were scattered across the floor dead. Her father? Weird, okay.
Yeah. Were they valuable?
I'm not sure. I don't know how much they were worth, but the fact is my father cared for them a great deal.
The fish were expensive. Think somebody tried to steal them?
You implying my father's murder was an afterthought?
I'm just considering possibilities.
Oh, if they were gonna steal the fish, I doubt they smashed the tanks.
Right. You know the estimated time of death for the victim?
I believe it was around 10 o'clock the night before.
When was the last time you saw him alive?
Around 7 that night. I ate dinner with him. He went to his room after that.
The clue. According to the peacekeeper's investigation, the victim died around 10 p.m. Does anyone else live here?
Just me and him now. The servant left after making dinner, before 7.
Tell me, what were you doing around 10 that night?
After finished dinner with my father, I did some cleaning, washed dishes. Jen came to the dining hall around 8 for dinner. We watched TV in the living room till around midnight. Yeah, I know for certain we were together between 8 and midnight.
You ever get up during that time, such as to go to the bathroom?
I don't think so.
Were there any screams or sounds of a struggle around 10 that night?
No, not at all.
I see. That leaves me wondering who entered that room, when they did. Why they smashed all the fish tanks. Fish tanks are large and have thick glass. I think you'd hear them being smashed.
Ooh. All I know for certain is that we didn't hear anything like that.
From at least 8 p.m. to around midnight, Sharon was with Tetra. You often come in and out of this room.
Not at all. Only my father used this room.
What did the peacekeepers have to say when they saw the state of things in this room?
He said my father was stressed out, that he lost control and smashed all the tanks himself.
Was he actually stressed out?
Truth be told, my father was lamenting over a prized tropical fish he accidentally killed that morning. I thought he could have done something extreme, given how much he regretted his mistake. He did look rather depressed. Still, my mild-mannered father would never do something like this. Kill all his other prized fish because he accidentally killed one of his prized fish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think that doesn't quite track. Did you notice anything strange about your father during dinner?
I'm sad about the fish. He ate normally. Didn't notice anything in particular.
Hard to think he was so distraught that he'd smash all the tanks on his own.
You're right, but that's what the peacekeepers told us happened.
Take another look around. For now, I'd like to ask you to leave the room. Gonna do that thing, yeah? Counting on you. Let's wait outside. It's time for the forte!
Bum ba bum.
Begin post-cognition. Trump card is still face down. Time to use my post-cognition to see how things were at the time the body was first discovered. Yep. There is door, that sure is a corpse.
First discovered by not the intruder, not the perpetrator.
First discovered by the daughter. Seems.
Right, but specifically, remember that in the case at the museum, the first person that discovered the body was actually the perpetrator, and it didn't count. It was
Right.
only when the second person discovered the body.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it applies in this case.
It's entirely possible, yeah. Even in post-cognition, traces of a sticky substance are on the frame. Some kind of tape stuck on? Interesting. Lamp. All tanks seem to have been smashed inward. Not much difference from the room present state. All tanks smashed inward, even through post-cognition, they were in this state. Lamp has been knocked over. Time the body was found, many things were scattered around. This sort of mess be caused by just a broken fish tank?
Yeah, like that lamp.
Yeah. All of the shit is on the ground everywhere.
Yeah. Because the whole room was flooded, so...
Yeah. Ooh. Not locked. Anyone can come and go through here. Perhaps this is how the culprit entered the place. Post ignition shows it was unlocked.
Oh.
There's a dead tropical fish in the drain on the veranda. Why would that be there? Okay. So the room was absolutely flooded.
And then they opened the door to unflood the room.
Yeah. The paint stuck on the frame can be seen here. Rub marks show what look like blue paint on the inside of the frame. The room was flooded, and then the door was opened to drain the room.
Yeah.
Seems the stains on the wall were present when the body was found. Any particularly different? No, the stains are darker. The stains are darker than they currently are. Does that mean they were made around this time?
Or did they only flood the room enough so that they could break the glass without making a lot of noise? The water line level makes me think that they didn't flood the whole room.
Hmm.
But then how did they kill this guy, I guess? Just hold his head under the water line and he just happened to fall over the over one of the tanks?
Yeah. Victim's body is kneeling against the edge of a fish tank with its head inside. Like the other tanks, this one's smashed up too. Looking closely, soaking wet. Makes sense if it was just his upper body. For his whole body to be soaked is unusual.
And even the one he quote unquote drowned in is broken too.
Yeah.
Ah, the glare.
There are dead tropical fish everywhere. The whole floor is completely drenched. Flooded, scattered tropical fish. Beginning to see the truth behind this case. That's all the investigation I can do for now. Are you done? Dog. Hose.
Ah, final piece of evidence.
Dog has something in her mouth.
Hey, Sugar.
What's this?
It's Sugar's favorite toy. Just a rubber hose tied up in a knot. Ever since she was a puppy, Sugar's loved playing tug-of-war with a rubber hose. So I still make toys out of hoses like this. I don't think I made one for her recently. Where did you get that from?
That's interesting. Let me take a look. Wait, don't touch it. What's wrong? Put that in a plastic bag without touching it directly. I believe it's evidence. That's evidence? Consider it a precaution.
I think it's the first time we've seen evidence in a plastic bag.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, we usually find crime scenes pretty fresh or not at all fresh.
And usually we're not allowed to just, take things.
Yeah, yeah. It was the dog. I don't. Who knows if it was the dog?
So how's the investigation going? Are the peacekeepers right? Did my father pass away due to an accident?
Fuck no.
Or was it?
The answer is clear. This was no accident, but a murder.
Huh? Really?
What makes you think it was a murder? My thinking.
To the window, to the walls. The walls! Right? I think that's the only... That's the only one that gives us actually the clue of what happened here. These probably all lead to a similar answer. So it probably doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah. Do walls or window then?
I mean, the window, we know it could have, people could have come and go.
Yeah.
But the walls are the most suspicious thing. My opinion.
Walls. What about it? Ah, fuck. The walls are wet.
The walls are shattered.
Not enough to disprove the theory that it was an accident. Thinking more carefully. Okay, fuck.
The fish tankers are shattered? I don't know. Well, it's actually making us think here. Game.
Window.
This is a post thing?
Open.
No. It wasn't open. It was closed. The fish tank's shattered.
Fish tanks. Shattered. The victim died with his head in the fish tank. Is that right?
Yes, that is certain.
As you can see, this fish tank was destroyed like all the others. Far too strange. It means something logically impossible occurred. Impossible? What do you mean? Shouldn't have to explain it. The victim drowned with his head in the fish tank, and it had to be filled with water. But as you can see, the fish tank is destroyed, meaning it is unable to contain water. Like with the other tanks, the water spilled out when it was smashed, emptying it. How could the victim drown in a fish tank that held no water? Oh, now that you mention it, peacekeepers claim the victim was disoriented and smashed the fish tanks himself. The victim was still alive when he smashed the fish tanks. It would have been possible for him to have drowned. In other words, the victim was drowned, then placed next to the fish tank to make it seem like an accident. Culprit must have believed this camouflage would be enough to fool peacekeepers.
They were right. So my father was murdered.
Yes, there's no mistake about it. This is murder. Hold on. If the culprit wanted to make the victim look like he had drowned, why did he destroy the fish tank? Didn't they realize their cover would be blown? And plus, all the fish tanks were destroyed, not just that one. Must have been part of their plan for the peacekeepers to overlook this contradiction. However, destroying the tanks required a lot of effort. The culprit did it so despite the contradiction it created. And we have to assume there was an unavoidable reason behind it. An unavoidable reason?
So, who was the culprit?
Must investigate further to find that out. I'll report back once I find the answer.
Yes, please.
Has anyone outside your family entered or left the house recently?
I don't think so.
Were there any tradesmen who came to work for on your place?
I can't think of any.
I'm going to change the question. Have you recently done any remodeling or repairs to the home?
Oh, now that you mention it, the rain gutters on the roof were broken, so Jaren fixed them.
He fixed the rain gutters?
Yes, he's an avid DIYer.
That's so funny. She says DIY
Round.
in the Japanese dub. in the
DIY.
Japanese. DIY.
Oh, Not only fixed the broken parts, but he also checked the gutters around the whole building, which was a lot of work. Redirected the rain into the one room. What?
Why did he redirect the rain to the room?
It flooded, but why?
But why? Rain gutters on the roof were broken, so Jared fixed them. I see. That concludes my investigation. Hey, what? Are you sure that's enough? Jeez. Always off in your own world. Sorry about that. Our ace detective isn't very friendly. That being said, I believe this case will be solved soon. Please be patient for just a bit longer.
Thank you.
Alright.
Case solved. Dut. Wipe her hands, Halara.
Yeah.
Kick his teeth in. Aww.
Alara, just as you suspected, it could be the fiancé. Jaren has been living in the client's home and mooching off her since he got fired from his job a year back. In quite a lot of debt too. So at one point, he was spending almost all his time at casinos.
How does that... Wait. At one point. Okay.
At one point.
I thought it was... He's in a lot of debt, therefore he spent time in the casino. But no.
I added a so and I shouldn't have. He's in
Okay.
quite a lot of debt. At one point, he was spending almost all of his time in casinos. He kept asking the client's father for money, but he was always denied. Seems the father was also against their marriage. No money is the motive. If the father were to die, the daughter would inherit everything. So if he married her, the money would be his. Makes sense. The thing is, man has an alibi. The victim estimated time of death is 10 at night. No mistake that Jaren was with Klein at the time. Makes no sense that Petra, since she's our client. So we have to assume his alibi is airtight. Right, I agree. His alibi is perfect. Not only was he with Tetra at 10, he was also with her for 2 hours before and after. But as it stands, it's impossible for him to have killed the victim. No, the alibi isn't a problem. Possible if a certain trick was used. A trick?
Iku.
Still lack hard evidence. Perhaps it's worth rolling the dice here. Hey, you sure about this? We'll make our move tonight. Let's go to the client. Okay. Yeah.
What I don't understand is if all he had to do was open the door, why didn't he? You can see it. You can see the gutter and the vent
Yep.
right next to it. Is it true that you know the truth behind this case?
That's right, miss. Allow me to explain. The key detail for this case was the victim's cause of death. Without a doubt, the victim died by drowning. Making it look like he drowned in a fish tank was camouflage. Why would such a thing even be needed? Because it secured the killer's alibi. It said the victim's time of death was around 10 p.m. In other words, the culprit secured their alibi at the same time as the victim. Is that really possible? Through a certain trick, it was possible to drown the victim even if the culprit wasn't there. Drown him? Without being there? The trick the culprit used was...
The hose or the vent? I mean, they're both... It's not the fish tank.
The vent.
Look the room.
Method that can't disprove his alibi. The hose. Blood of the room. First, it involves this rubber hose.
That's Sugar's toy.
To untie the knot, it returns to being a hose. This is what was first used in the crime. How was it used? Don't tell me that's the murder weapon.
Just shoved it down the old man's throat.
If you check the vent, you'll see a color of paint scraped on there matches the hose. He's likely passed through the vent. Put the hose in the vent? Why would anyone do that? Nothing special. The hose was simply used for its purpose. Its original purpose? On the other end of the hose, one end of the hose was placed on the edge of the rain gutter, veranda side. Prior to this, the culprit adjusted the rain gutter so the hose could be inserted into it. The rainwater from the gutter passed through the hose, filling the room. Huh? What do you mean, Halara? You think this place got flooded with rainwater? That would drench the whole place. The body was found. The room was, in fact, drenched. That was because of the broken fish tanks, right? That's part of it. The main reason was due to rainwater pouring into the enclosed room. Wait, what do you mean? What's the point in flooding this room with rainwater? The culprit's goal was to secure their own alibi at the time of death. This trick was necessary for it. I don't get it. Explain from the beginning? Let's go over what the culprit did on the day of the crime in order.
Aha! Oh, I thought it was gonna be a deduction, but well.
Nope. That would have been cool, but I don't think so. That's Shinigami's thing. She explicitly does that just for us. First, the culprit mixed sleeping pills into the victim's dinner. While the victim was asleep, the culprit proceeded to prepare the trick.
Sleeping pills in his food? Reminds me, my father did seem sleepy shortly after eating dinner.
After dinner, the victim likely went to his room to lay down. The culprit then sneaked into his room and carried him out while he was sleeping. That was how the victim was transported to this room. At this point, you're sure he was still alive? Of course, if the culprit murdered the victim earlier, then their alibi wouldn't have worked. The culprit had to murder him in such a way that it would secure their alibi. Preparations were done in this room.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how could they tape them inside without him stopping them, or without him? Okay, so he was
just drugged.
He was
Yeah.
drugged. Yeah.
After bringing the victim here, the culprit used duct tape on the gap near the door to weather strip it. Oh god.
Weather strip? What's that?
It prevents water from leaking outside. What do you mean? Let me explain. After weather stripping the door, the culprit started to destroy the fish tanks. The culprit likely covered them with cloth to dampen the noise. Once he smashed all of them, he leaned the victim onto the fish tank. The culprit then moved to the window on the veranda and weather stripped the outside of it too. Finally, they took the hose, connected to the rain gutter, and passed it through the vent the inside of the room. Preparations in place, the culprit left through the veranda, returned to the mansion as it happened. How does that complete everything? The victim was still alive at the time, right? When was he murdered? The victim naturally drowned after being left alone for several hours. Huh? How's that? The rainwater from the rubber hose flooded the room in a few hours. The whole room was turned into a fish tank, this time filled with rainwater. That's how the victim drowned. The whole room was flooded?
That can't be.
Why is it so hard to believe? Have you guys used your goddamn eyeballs and looked at the wall? There's so much water in this room. Proof lies in the stained walls. The day of the murder, the room must have been filled to that line with rainwater. Rainwater killed the victim. Correct. Only in this city could such an approach be possible. The rain never stops in Kanai. It makes it easy to estimate the amount of rainfall to a certain degree. So it's not impossible to create this alibi trick with some calculation. I think that's a bit of a stretch. Wouldn't it take at least half a day for the room to fill with enough rainwater to drown the victim? I'm sure it would require more rainwater than usual to accomplish it. It means you'd need to gather all of the rain falling around this giant mansion. Gather all of it? How? It would require slight adjustments to the rain gutters. After that, the rainwater would flow to the veranda.
Adjustments to the rain gutters.
There'd be plenty of water if all of the rain that pours upon the mansion routed to this room. That explains how the culprits secure their alibi while drowning the victim. In the morning, before the body was found, they removed the weather stripping and drained the water through the If you check the drain in the veranda, you could find dead tropical fish that were carried out in water. Culprits smashed the tanks beforehand to prevent the rainwater from being poured inside. Well, that's how I would have done it. But maybe the culprit didn't realize that before they started draining the water. Seeing the fish tanks filled with rainwater, the culprit panicked and smashed all of the glass to hide the evidence. He must have carelessly broken one of the fish tanks. The corpse was leaning on in the process.
The one fish tank, yeah.
One fish tank. Isn't that how it went, Darren? I'll be direct. You are the culprit.
Called it. Oh, hold on. Is this some kind of joke?
Called it. There's two characters in this case. Yeah, you did call it. You had a 50-50 shot.
Oh, to kill my father-in-law. That's just stupid. You were fixing the rain gutters a few days before the incident. It's because you asked me to fix them. I was fixing some stuff pinned me as a culprit. It's crazy talk.
You intend on maintaining that you're not the culprit?
Of course.
And we'll have to ask our little friend for the answer. Come here, Sugar. Dog. Starts petting the dog immediately. This is the rubber hose used for the trick. There are scrapes on the surface. That's the proof. I'm sure the culprit tried to dispose of it, tying it into a knot before throwing it away. But our friend here found it for us. Good girl, Sugar. Only the culprit has directly touched the rubber hose. Certain his scent is still on it. Hello, Sugar. Who do you smell on this? Dog!
So, it is you. This is complete nonsense. I won't accept it. If I have to, I'll kill all of you.
Jesus Christ, that escalated quickly. Hey! Don't tell me you're really...
I
got a
was
knife.
so close to getting all that money.
Oh my god! God damn it, Yakuo! Immediately gets taken captive. Calm down. Hey, why me?
I could kill the woman anytime.
You
start off with
cannot
you.
kill the women anytime. Alari's gonna
Well, no,
kill
the
you from
other-
here.
Oh, wait, yeah, the plural women.
Yeah.
No, he says woman.
Woman anytime.
Like,
okay.
like, can kill
Yeah.
the other lady. Damn you, detectives! This is your fault for sticking your nose into my life.
You can handle this on your own, Chief. I'm pretty bad at this sort of thing. Please help.
Shut up! I'll kill. Ugh.
Amazing. Phenomenal. You can put your hands down, Yakuo. You saved me.
I never thought it would be like this. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know.
We got a dog. It's
Get a
okay.
dog. You'll be fine. You're not alone. That's what she's saying. Aww. If you ever need help, come to us. Nocturnal Detective Agency will always be at your service. Use my Mrs. Flash Force size, yeah.
Thank you.
Dog.
Dog.
Oh, cat! As promised, you can keep the cat here. Oh! I don't need your help. That's what the cat is saying. Fine. This cat thinks it's some sort of hard-boiled detective? Well, I suppose I don't mind. City's a difficult place to live for animals. Right. Hope we can keep solving the mysteries here, make this city a better place. Make it a nice... It'd make it a nicer place for them to live too. Surely hope so. So cold to humans, be like animals. Teasing me? See, there you go again, making that scary face. Seeing you playing with the cat, you look kinda cute. Sure would be nice to see more of that smile around here. I hope you keep using your powers to change the city. I know you can do it. For their sake, too. Depends on the payment. Come on. Well, how's this? Consider it a reward for the case. Maybe you could ask for permission next time. Oh, she already had a cat. He was stealing Yako's milk.
Oh, right. That's...
Yep. She was already keeping this cat. That's really cute. Yako had already figured it out.
He's a detective too.
Yep. Yep. Very cute. That was fun. Rating cats and dog.
I thought it might have been a translation mistake. It's, no. This is definitely...
Nope. It definitely is just one dog. Very fun. Mini credits.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very
Very
cool.
cool. Oh.
God, there's still like 4 of them, and it can be like an hour each.
Well, I guess I know what we're doing next, but...
Yeah, you want to finish up with all the sub stories? I believe this is all Rainbow
course.
Plus content. Yeah, so we'll give a goodbye to all of our friends here. Yeah, I think now's a good time to wrap it up, though. Save some stuff for next week.
What is Fubuki's? Because, like, she can't use her power during the investigation. So what is hers gonna be?
Yeah.
It's gonna be funny.
Fubuki's luckiest. What could that be? Charisma killed the cat is gonna be very funny. Yasuhiko protagonist. Yasuhiko versus the Phantom Thief. I have no idea what Fubuki's luckiest day is gonna be. The description gives us no hints whatsoever. Vivia's sounds hysterical. That sounds it sounds like the funniest thing. Vivia trapped in an elevator with a lady. And Yakuo, we might get to see Yakuo backstory. To see the scientist lady.
Maybe. I wonder if that's where it goes.
Gotta
Probably.
be. Gotta be.
It's gotta be.
Gotta be. It's gotta be. But yeah, that'll be it for. Oh my God, cinematics in the background.
Ugh.
Oh my god, so much content. So many cutscenes. Oh, there's a lot of cutscenes.
Oh my god, how much is this all combined? I think
A lot.
fucking crazy. All right, what's on the schedule?
What do we got going on? We have... what do we have what do we have? Today's Monday, so tomorrow is gonna be Tuesday, which means come hang out with me for some, playing some more, who's what's it's, you know, Devil May Cry 3.
Oh yeah.
Game is such a blast. It's so much fun to play. Just genuinely good action game to just hack and slash your way through. And apparently there's a good fight coming up, which is always good. The Virgil fight was a lot of fun, despite him kicking my ass a couple times.
Yep, funny.
Yep. So looking forward to that now the gates of hell are open. 3 is likely gonna take 2 more streams. Okay. I didn't think we were that close to finished already.
I thought DMC 1 had the most chapters, maybe?
I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, tomorrow, DMC 3. Should be a good time. Thursday, believe I'm going to be doing some VR stuff over on my channel. Since, you're going to be busy starting this week.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing. But I might be doing a new playthrough of Moss, and then going into Moss 2. Those are really good games. I like them. Really good games. I don't know how good they're gonna record. They should be okay. Friday. I don't know what I'm gonna do for Friday though. Friday is still up in the air. Could be anything. Who knows?
You should
You have a suggestion? Recommendation?
play none of the games that I really want to be there for.
You know what? That's a pretty good suggestion. I will certainly consider it.
But you know what I will be there for?
I do know what you will be there for. On Sunday, we're going to be continuing our playthrough of Death Stranding.
Hype.
Yeah, I told this to Noah earlier off stream, but man, all of yesterday, I was just thinking to myself, God, we were in such a good groove on Friday. I just really want to play some more Death Stranding today. I had such a blast on Friday. It really kicked off for me. I don't know what it was, but it just really hooked me. And I was just so itching to play more of it.
That's great.
Yeah.
So fantastic.
It really, really got me. So I'm excited to play more on Sunday. And then on Monday, come back here for what is likely going to be the last stream of Raincode.
Oh boy.
Sad as it is, we have finally finished up the main story, and boy oh boy, what a story it was.
I mean, if each sub story is like an hour, there's 4 more sub stories, so it might be 2 streams. If one do them all.
I mean, start at 8 and then go to our regular time. That's still like depends how long they are. They didn't seem particularly long.
Probably not.
I think we might manage to wrap it all up.
We'll see.
Probably gonna be a lot of running around, but oh, excellent. It just tells us, hey,
What?
you can get these in in these chapters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Get this last one that we did for Yakuo in any chapter except the last one. You already got all of Hilara's one. But you can only get the second one in chapter 2. Fucking hell. Yep, we missed both of Desuhiko's chapter 3. Chapter 3 grabs. And we just totally missed all of Fubuki's. All of Fubuki's first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the city.
Somewhere in the city.
Same with this one.
Vivia's is somewhere in the city, and there was another one that we did miss in chapter 3. So you know what? That's not too bad. Chapter 3. I could just chapter select and go to chapter 3 and grab all these in the meantime. We could do 2 streams. One for all the Gumshoe Gab and one for all of the sub-stories.
I don't want to let this game go.
I really don't want to. It's really sad. Because I'm so attached to everyone now.
All right. Well, we're going to have to let you go.
Yeah.
Or one
We'll
of
let
the
you go for
viewers.
today. That'll be all for today. Thanks for hanging out. If indeed you're still here. Fucking bye.
Make sure that every room has like a drain. It's I think it's even code that you have to have a way for water to drain out, because this exact scenario could happen on accident and you could just drown in your own living room.
Yeah.
It is why there are like building codes. It's also why you don't trust some random schmuck to do your gutters, because they might have ulterior motives, right? If you hire a professional, they're there to do the job. That's it. They leave, they get paid. You hire, your brother-in-law or whatever. Maybe he kills you. So
don't get killed by your brother-in-law.
just keep people who have personal connections to you at arm's length. Leave it to the professionals.
Yes.